We're Renovation Architects in Brisbane, and for a lot of years we've been doing renovations for families who need a larger house. But we are noticing a change in the way that houses are imagined, and that is about increasing the density of the city, sometimes for family and sometimes it's for financial improvement of the quality of the property. We're calling this infill housing, which is a town planning term with a whole range of things. It's about increasing the density of the city. Now, there's always been little Queenslanders with townhouses on the back, and sometimes you can do developments in areas, but there is going to be increasing pressure on the Brisbane City Council and other cities and the changes in capital gains tax to increase housing in suburban areas. It might be second houses on the back, technically a granny flat. Sometimes it's dual occupancy. You're actually allowed to create 2 lots on the house, and the rules of that are flexible. Councils are becoming more generous in the areas that they'll allow that to happen. So if developers are moving into this space, but they're usually after a quick, easy answer. So I'm saying the drivers for infill housing is often a family who own a property already or are buying something nearby because they know that area really well. It is a way of family supporting younger members or members of their extended family, or creating rental properties within the ownership of their own properties. Cost of housing, clearly a problem that's not going to go away anytime soon, and everything we can do to improve the cost of housing is a good thing in my view. And changing rules, federal government's changing capital gains negative gearing. Well, there's a good chance of that happening. That will put more pressure on local governments to ease the rules to allow greater density in suburbs. There's always been resistance to that because people don't like change in their suburbs for various reasons. But when we look at other cities around the world, in Europe or let's say Asia, the density of a place like Brisbane it's so low. We can take a lot more houses in the inner city, which also solves a lot of problems about new suburbs on the outskirts of cities. So that's one thing. You can always build apartments. This is infill housing or the missing middle, that kind of thing. This is where PlaceMate has had a history of doing this, and we can help families and potential investors in this field when it's this specific type of housing. So these are some examples of infill housing that we've done already. This was a property, tricky site. We knocked down a little workers' cottage and put 2 4-bedroom duplex with double lock-up garages on a site that was 450 square metres. That's a small lot, but it's split in 2. This is a 4-pack unit in a flood area on a 600 square metre site, and this one here is a proposal in a massive flood area. The flood comes up to here, but we can put 5 apartments on that if you wanted to. So we look at those kind of developments as well, but they're in standard suburbs with houses around, and we got that through town planning. And here's the office dog, just as a bit of a diversion. Worst behaved office dog in the history of the world. Also my dog. Anyway, right. So this is the opportunities for infill housing. You're already in a great location. It's got good schools, it's got shopping centres nearby, there's buses and all that sort of stuff. And it's might have views, it's great. And the people around it want to be there. So it's a valuable property that will only hold its value in the long term if you can, create the opportunity. Now, if it was easy, someone would have already done it before you, but often people hesitate because of the hassles to do with the design and the approvals. For example, the site's really steep, it's weird, it has flood, it falls from the street. All of these things we deal with every single day. Many builders and developers will walk away from a site like that because it's too much hassle to get an approval. Now, if you happen to be looking at purchasing a property like that, or it's something that you already own, it's worth speaking to an architect to say, is this even a goer? Because it may be, who knows? You might be able to get it, purchase the property at a lower price because the developers and builders have all walked away. There can be topography that just comes with the land. You can have planning overlays that make it a hassle to get an approval. Bushfire, vegetation protection, overland flow, that's flash flooding. It can have a character house overlay like this, so it has to look like a Queenslander. It might be a small lot. The other thing is there can be other site constraints that aren't planning requirements but still require different regulations, like building over a sewer line. It might be acoustic overlays like by a main road, under a flight path, beside a railway, that kind of stuff. Or you're trying to create a quality place on a small lot. You want it to be nice, but by the mere fact that you're building on a tiny house, you've got a lot of neighbours and you don't want to feel like everybody's looking at you. You want to get privacy on that house. So it's quite a design challenge to manage all of these aspects all at one time. That's what architects do. And the bottom line is that the potential of that property can be undervalued. And then you might have the opportunity to capitalise on that extra house or extra small house or dual occupancy by hiring an architect and capturing that value for yourselves. So the other thing about that is it's not just an architectural problem, it's an issue with surveyors and planners. So we're all in that same area, and we have collaborative partners in that area that, to get a straight answer, you often need a series of advisors to give you the right answer before you put any money into it. But that's the way it works, and we're here to help you. Right, and now I've got a couple of examples of things we've done before. So this charming little site, not that one, this one, is 150 square metres. It's tiny. It is a remnant of an old subdivision. It's amazing it even exists. It's a weird shape. It's shaped like a boomerang, and they're allowed to go 3 stories. It's right beside a train line, so the sound is overwhelming. This house was built for a family with 4 kids, and the location is great for them. It's really convenient to school, it's good close to the trains, it's got the facilities that they need. And we designed this building so it was really quiet. We had to build special walls and had to have double glazing and all that sort of thing. And we got a tiny house to work for this family. The bottom line is they got the house and land for $860,000. So that's kind of minor miracle, and a year later it's worth $1.1 million. So not easy, but doable. Here's another infill housing project that we did as an example. So this was a knock down an old house and put townhouses on it. The owner bought it with a town planning application that had been approved, but actually it was dodgy and it didn't capture the qualities of the place, and it was a bit too small. We collaborated with a builder in this case. We added an extra bedroom, which instantly added value. It had a much better front deck out to the view and the sky, and so it just was a more wow of the same design that was already approved. And the owner was going to sell it, but they liked it so much they decided to keep it. Oh, and it was under the flight path of Coolangatta Airport, so the sound insulation on that building was always interesting as well. Once you're inside it now, you don't really notice the planes going overhead, which was great. Okay, here's another example of the kind of thing that we can do. If you're selling or buying properties, or you've got something that you're trying to capitalise on the opportunity of your land, we can do an analysis of the site and produce an image for resale. This particular house had a very run-down 50s house halfway down the hill, and this is all daggy old trees, but it was in a really nice area. We did the town planning analysis to say this kind of house can be easily approved. This is what it would look like. And the agent reported that just having this in their sales information made it a better sell. And it's just an image with a plausible plan, should that be an option for them. So these are the kind of things that you can look at when you're analysing your own house or something you might want to buy to increase the value of your property. And PlaceMate and our consultant team can help add value to that property. So thanks very much. Give us a call if that's something that interests you.